So go ahead, rehearse it again. What happens when you rotate the left arm? What's it doing to the club?
Face closes.
Well, that's going to help close the face. It's part of it. But ultimately, too, when we start talking about the angles, go ahead and bring it back. You know, you start that rotation, you start it early. What's it doing to the club?
It's coming out.
And it's getting out towards the golf ball, right? So we don't want that. And you know, again, you came from this area of we're hitting a lot of turf, and this is where golf gets crazy. It's like, all right, you know, you're good enough as you're coming back in. You're a good enough player to know, hey, I got to strike the ground a little bit. You know, I'm supposed to hit the ball first and hit the ground first. However, you also know I'm supposed to be shallow or whatever, and you know, you're supposed to be swinging it out. Yeah, you're like, I'm supposed to swing it out. Or like all of this stuff's going on in your head. Well, we need the feedback of, all right, hey, what's actually happening? Well, we were catching too much ground behind it, and so we need to get a little, you know, steeper on it, right? We need to be able to strike that ball first. So we want to get that club not stuck behind us. Something like that. That sounded good.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. So we get that feel and we get that sound back that you're used to. Then from there, it's, so now we've got contact back, right? There's always three things: contact, start line, curve. Contact's back. Beautiful. Okay, what do we do with it? Let's start working on our start line. You know, where's the club face going to be when we strike this while keeping that contact? That's always the game you're playing, is I got to still strike it this way, but I got to start it how I want to. So there you go. So that's where the three alignment rods in front, they help you out. Okay, cool. You did pretty good there. I'd take that. I like that, man. You just want to hit one straight. Now you start to do that, all of a sudden it feels pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Like it?
Oh yeah. I feel a lot better.
Good, man.
I feel freer, you know.
We're starting to actually use,
Like
we're starting to
sweet
use your
arms.
body. You're starting to use your body the way it's designed to be used, and we're not manufacturing anything. You know, and the,
Wasn't able to close it. That felt good to me.
you struck it solid.
I just didn't close it.
Yeah, so you remember, you're coming in after a couple year layoff, right? You know, you're a year and a half layoff or whatever. You gotta.
It's been since actually. How long has it been? Yeah, it's been almost a year and 3/4, something like that.
So yeah, you're looking at, you know, what is it?
June 2015.
So over 20 months, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time not to play the game. So got to get your contact back. But then from there, it's, you're gonna mess around, and I would recommend you get some of these out here, or something that's saying, hey, where's this? And you just kind of goof around with it. You figure out what's going to be, because as you know, it's never going to be perfect, but it is about how you play the game. It's not about consistency. It's about being able to understand and control your golf ball to the best of your ability, right? You know, I don't like the word consistency, because that implies that you're going to make the same golf swing every time and deliver this and that. It's not going to happen. But I want you to understand that you have control over the ball, and this is how you control it. Does that make sense?
These aren't expensive, are they?
Dollar.
It does make sense.
Right. Dollar. Yeah, dollar. I buy them like, they're like, if you go online, you can buy a bunch of them. I get them for like $1 each. But if you go to the store, they're like $2, like to buy like 2 or 3. Yeah, don't buy those like they advertise. Like I was on like GolfWorks or something a couple weeks ago, and like somebody asked the question, like, who do you use for your alignment sticks? Which ones are the best ones? Like, yeah, I saw these tour sticks, they're $40. And it's just because they're called tour sticks. I'm like, go to the hardware store, get the driveway markers. That's literally what they are. They just put a logo on them, and you know, they just put a logo on them and call them something, but they're literally $2, and or use a golf club. You know, you can do that too. So, yeah, training aids do not have to be expensive, and if they are, they're probably not that good, in my opinion. All right, let's stand that up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and just a little note on that, Dan, and just a little something to watch out for. I know that's pretty good, but I know we're starting to feel it. I just want to make sure as you're doing this, okay, go ahead, let's set it up. Just want you to be a little careful in your rehearsal especially. Don't let that first move be that. First move is just straight that way. Okay, in your rehearsal. What you feel, that's what you're trying to do. The actual lay down, that's something else, okay? That's gonna happen no matter what, okay? That will happen for you. You swing it.
Yeah. Should I be obsessed with the draw?
You should be obsessed with control. Now draws are awesome, we like it. I think if you want that as your go-to shot and that's what you like to see, and you can definitely work towards that. I would work towards, hey, I got a shot that I can control.
I like that straight shot.
Obviously, yeah, straight's great, right? Yeah.
But
So
I'm not trying to do too much.
yeah, I think again, if it's what I like to see people do, because when you play on the golf course, you're never gonna have the flat ground that you have here.
Yep.
So I don't like to see you get in a groove of draw. I'd rather see you, after once you get contact, start line. Can you start it where you want to? Can you hit 3 in a row that start down the right side? Can you hit 3 that start down the left or right over the middle? Whatever you want to do. But can you make this do what it's supposed to? And then can you apply the curve? So that's what I like to see.
Contact, start line, curve.
You got it. 3 things. Good start line. Curve's pretty good. Missed the contact just a little bit, right? But you nailed 2 out of 3, so you're usually pretty good, right? I mean, for a miss, you get all 3. Then, when you get all 3, you usually feel pretty good, but 2 out of 3 is usually not too bad. That's better. There we go, better contact. Still good start line, still good curve. Okay, so we got good contact, but start line was a little left, and curve went a little left, right? Mm-hmm. So that automatically tells us something about that tells us a little bit about what happened, doesn't it? Contact was okay, so we were a little bit on that, we were good there on the steep, shallow side, right? And we got the middle of the face, but it went left, so immediately and it started left. So that tells us we had a little too shut face probably, right? Path, kind of hard to tell, okay? Luckily we have help from launch monitors, but for you on your own, it is kind of tough to tell on your own without the start line being there. If it didn't start where you wanted, you don't know if it was a too shut face, you had too into out. My guess is too shut face without even looking at it. Way better. Feel good?
Yeah.
Looks good. And the wind's just fading that a little, but that's a little.
Yeah, it was kind of blocked.
But... Yeah, it wasn't too bad though. I mean, it was trying to draw. Wind's just a little left to right wind.
The steep is starting to feel good though.
Good. That's what we want. You got 2 more, okay?
I felt like that was too steep.
That was actually, again, that's where you think it's too steep, but you actually weren't too steep. You're actually too shallow where you're a little too stuck. You can't get back to the ball, right? Okay. You cannot strike the ball. You can't have the low point where you wanted it.
Shank.
Very, very open face. It's like the open face shank. But
that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, so here we go. Let me show you it. Go ahead and bring it back. This is it, and this is why this stuff won't work for you. This doesn't work for your type of move. you're here, and to make this work, you have to have a heck of a pivot with your body. You would have to pivot so hard, and that's not your forte, right? We know that you're not the most rotational, right? So we got to work with that. So you're here, and this is what that is. You're so here. I mean, it's like that, you know, and that's why it's close. It's very close to being the real deal, but it's really just a really open face. I want you to square that baby up. Get that thing lined up for impact. Much better. Way better, right? And look at that. You think it's steep?
So over the top, Joe.
It's not though. We know it. We got radar telling us our club path. It's still in to out. Okay? But look at this. That feels steep, right?
Yeah.
Here's your divot. There's all the other divots.
Right.
This one's less. You took less divot than that one.
Right.
There you go.
Strange game, Scott.
It's a very strange game. Very good. Contact A+. Little pull, but A+ contact. That's what I want first from you.
That was really far.
You strike it well. I mean, I want you there. You're coming back into it, and you're like, oh man, I'm shanking it. You know, I'm doing this. That's discerning. That's not fun. I want you to feel like, all right, I can make a good swing, and I know I'm going to hit it solid. That's the first rule. I mean, that's it. You know, from there, it's really tough to even try to control it because your first thought is, please hit this good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Please hit it good.
It is discouraging.
Oh yeah. It's not fun shanking the ball. That's for sure. Like that's struck, man. That was the best one.
That wasn't fade at all.
No, we got a little wind up there, right?
Yeah.
I think it was a pretty straight one.
Yeah.
Best one you hit right there. That was struck,
Just
man.
on that one.
Right. You hit 3 in a row right there. That was good. So again, it's that you know, what really happens to what we see and what we try to make happen, right? Again, if we put you on video, we're going to see that swing is not what it feels like, right? Or what in your head you're putting this picture of what that is, and you're like, oh man, this has got to be. I mean, I got to look like a 20 handicap over the top slicer, right? Not what it looks like. Not what it looks like at all. So that feel and real, keep that there. You know my policy too, we stay away from the video a little bit.
I
So
want to see it.
yep, you got a little bit of just again seeing the drill, but and the early swings. I want you to see the bad ones, okay? But not giving you good ones to nitpick or anything like that, okay? Plus when you're swinging, you know, don't take any video when you're doing it too, okay? Just go with the feel, let the ball and the results tell you that, hey, that was good.
Is the skill there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's the 3 skills? It's make contact, start it where you want to start it, curve it how you want to curve it. That's it. It's not being consistent, it's just being able to control those. Okay?
All right.
Cool, man. Really good. Really good. You're back.
Well,
Ish. You gotta get back and playing and stuff, but that was good. That one I feel good about.
oh, I feel much better.
Good, man.
Hold on. Real quick.
Yeah, sure.
I'll,
Grab out a wedge. Did you pitch them?
yeah.
You can go up there. Oh. I can do that. It was that blue one, right? Yeah, I'll let you just tell me.
This one actually.
There we go. Yeah, but which that's what you're doing right here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're doing here. So, yeah, that's a pitch. Now you're feeling it. It's the same motion. Yeah, all the way through it.
All right, that's good.
And you see how there again it feels steeper, but now we've correctly used the bounce. This is you can't tell you were there, right? So yeah, same feeling on a pitch of what we're looking to do. That's excellent. Yeah. There's your wedge game.
Feels so much better.
I'm so happy they put my buckets out there too. I said I need a 40, a 60, and an 80-yard bucket.